Good morning, Minister Dunlop, MPP Brian Saunderson, Mayor Anderson, fellow emergency responders, and members of the media. My name is Todd Aitken. I'm the fire chief, and it's a privilege to be here today on behalf of the Township of Adjala-Tosorontio and the Adjala-Tosorontio Fire Department. I would like to begin by thanking the Province of Ontario and Minister Dunlop for their investment through the Community Emergency Preparedness Grant Program. For communities like ours, this funding makes a real difference. Emergency preparedness is something we talk about every day in the fire service, but preparedness is only meaningful when our responders have the tools and resources they need before an emergency happens, not after. Through this grant, we are able to purchase critical wildlife firefighting equipment, including portable pumps, forestry hose, radios, chainsaws, and safety equipment. Those tools have strengthened our ability to respond to wildfires, severe weather events, and other emergencies that can affect our residents and our community. What has been especially rewarding is seeing this equipment put into service so quickly. In recent weeks, our firefighters have used equipment acquired through this grant during wildfire responses here in Adjala-Tosorontio. It has already helped us protect homes, properties, and natural areas within our municipality. The impact has extended beyond our municipal borders as well. Most recently, our firefighters were called to assist at Canadian Forces Base Borden during a wildfire response. The equipment purchased through this program accompanied our crews and helped support suppression efforts. This is the value of investments like this. They not only strengthen our own community's preparedness, but also enhance our ability to support our neighbors when they need us most. As we continue to increasingly see wildfire risks across Ontario, investments like this help ensure municipalities are ready to respond safely, effectively, and confidently. Minister Dunlop, thank you for your commitment to emergency preparedness and public safety. We are grateful for the province's support, for the partnership that helps keep our communities safe and resilient. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Honourable Jill Dunlop, Minister of Emergency Preparedness and Response. Minister Dunlop has been a pivotal figure in strengthening emergency preparedness across Ontario, and we are grateful for her leadership. Please join me in welcoming Minister Dunlop to the podium.
Well, thank you, Fire Chief Aitken, for that introduction. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out today. I'm pleased to announce we are strengthening local resilience by investing $5 million in another round of the Community Emergency Preparedness Fund. This will be round 4 of the fund, bringing our total investment in the program to $20 million. Applications open next Wednesday, August 19th, and close on October 7th. The fund has already helped 342 communities across Ontario strengthen their resilience by investing in things like drones, generators, sandbags, skills training, and more. That includes the township of Adjala-Tosorontio, which received $50,000 during the 3rd round of funding. Adjala-Tosorontio is using this funding to strengthen its fire department's resources by purchasing 2 portable pumps, a wildland forestry hose, chainsaws, portable radios, and more. And this equipment will enhance the town's ability to respond to wildland fires, severe weather, and prolonged power outages. The CEPG grant is open to municipalities with populations under 100,000, as well as Indigenous communities and organizations. It ensures smaller and rural communities across Ontario have the resources they need to respond effectively in times of crisis. This new round of funding is only open to communities that have not received a grant from this program to date, and this will ensure as many communities as possible will benefit. So if you submitted an application in the past that was not successful, I strongly encourage you to apply for this new round of funding. This program is part of our broader work to protect Ontario from whatever may come our way. It's an unfortunate reality that extreme weather events are on the rise with greater intensity across the globe, and as we've seen all too well this summer, Ontario is no exception. Our government recognizes that we need to adapt to meet the challenges of tomorrow, which is why we created a standalone ministry dedicated to emergency preparedness and response. We want to have the right tools, partnerships, and resources in place to hit the ground running no matter what challenges arise. The Community Emergency Preparedness Grant is a big part of that work. by ensuring communities have the resources they need in place before an emergency strikes. Another important element in our work to protect the province is Ontario Corps, our network of skilled partners and volunteers that can be deployed anywhere in the province within 24 to 72 hours of a disaster to support existing resources or provide additional capacity. While Ontario Corps doesn't replace the importance of municipal and local emergency planning, it can provide an extra layer of support in times of need. Through initiatives like the Community Emergency Preparedness Grant and Ontario Corps, our government is making sure we're ready for anything. And I'll now hand it over to local MPP Brian Saunderson.
Thank you very much, Minister, and it's a great pleasure to be here as the local MPP. This is yet another example of how our government is working with our local municipalities to ensure that they have the tools they need, whether it be in emergency preparedness, whether it be to protect their local fire departments and emergency responders, or to look at things like development. And this area is a great example. This is my second time being in Adjala-Tosorontio. The last time I was here was at the Fire Station 2 in Loretto to make an announcement through the Solicitor General's office about a grant to provide safety equipment. And now we're here for this announcement today, and we already know that this equipment has been used on 3 occasions, 2 municipal events, as well as the event at Base Borden. So this equipment has already been in use to protect our local communities and residents. And we also know in this community that Adjala-Tosorontio has received extensive funding for development and infrastructure through the Hughes funding, the water enabling systems, as well as the health and safety funding, to ensure that there will be capacity to develop this community with new homes that are already going into, well, will be going into construction very shortly. And my understanding is that Council has been working very hard on the tendering process and that they hope to break ground before the end of this year. So this is all very exciting news. And this is how the provincial government connects, collaborates, and cooperates with our municipal partners to make sure that our communities can grow in a sustainable, resilient way that will see them meet the needs of their communities moving forward. And on top of that, down in Alliston, they're breaking ground for the construction of the new extension to the Stevenson Memorial Hospital, which is yet another example of the investments that are being made in this community. So over the term of this government, this community has received approximately $75 million towards infrastructure funding, and this is another important example. So I want to thank Minister Dunlop for that incredible work. I want to thank Chief Aitken. As the Minister said, this is a very competitive process, and their application rose to the top, so that's a testament to the community. And I want to thank Mayor Anderson for his hard work and his council's hard work and the staff's hard work to make sure that their community is being seen and heard. And I want to thank as well our frontline staff and all the volunteers. I understand there's 48 volunteers in the department. They serve a very, very large area, and they do an incredible job. And every day when people are running from fires and emergencies, they're walking right into it. So I want to honor and congratulate them and thank them for the work they do in our communities to keep our residents safe. And with that, thank you very much, everyone. And I will now pass it over to Mayor Anderson.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Brian, for those wonderful words. Good morning, Minister Dunlop, MPP Saunderson, members of Council, our emergency responders, community partners, members of the media, and our residents. On behalf of the Township Council and the residents of Adjala-Tosorontio, I extend our sincere appreciation to the Province of Ontario and Minister Dunlop for supporting our community through the Community Emergency Preparedness Grant Program. This investment is about much more than the equipment. It is about protecting people and property, strengthening our community, and ensuring that Adjala-Tosorontio remains a safe place for families to live, to work, and to enjoy the natural beauty that makes our township so special. As a rural municipality, we are surrounded by forests, farmland, conservation areas, and open spaces. And these landscapes are an important part of our identity, but they also bring unique challenges when it comes to emergency preparedness and wildfire risk. The funding provided through this grant has helped meet those emergency challenges proactively. The equipment purchased through this program has strengthened our emergency response capacity by equipping firefighters with reliable, modern tools that improve their effectiveness during emergencies. For residents, that means greater confidence that their homes, businesses, and farms can be protected when needed the most. Just as importantly, This funding strengthens partnerships. Emergency preparedness is a shared responsibility, and today's announcement highlights what can be achieved when all levels of government work together with local emergency services to support and protect our communities. We are proud of the dedication shown by our firefighters and first responders every single day. Providing them with the resources they need is one of the most important investments we can make in the safety and well-being of our residents. Minister Dunlop, thank you for your continued support of emergency preparedness across Ontario, for recognizing the needs of rural municipalities like Adjala-Tosorontio. Your investment is helping to build a stronger, safer, and more resilient community for today and for future generations. Thank you all for joining us today. We are grateful for this partnership and the positive impact it will have on our community. Thank you.
We will now take questions from the media. If you can please come to the mic and state your name and outlet, and just a reminder that the format is one question and one follow-up. First question.
Jamie with City TV, good morning. Is there an update for the forest fires up north and around? How are the conditions? What do you expect in the future, and how are things happening as far as the forest fires that were going?
Yeah, I was with Minister Harris yesterday at Queen's Park, and we gave an update. Things have calmed down in the past couple of weeks since we saw the major outbreak a couple of weeks ago in northwestern Ontario. We have 6 communities so far that were evacuated that have returned home, and one is in the process of returning home. So right now we have approximately 1,200 citizens that have been evacuated who are still in their host cities. So continuing to work closely with those communities and with the Ministry of Natural Resources, and hopefully returning those communities as quickly and as safely as possible.
If there are no more questions, that concludes today's press conference. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.